What is up? I'm TheJunkernaut, and it's time for another exciting installment of 1 Minute Mods! Today we're actually going to be modifying a mod, or at least an adapter of sorts, which basically allows you to take your regular shotgun and convert it to be able to shoot various pistol or rifle rounds. You probably can tell from the very small hole in this one that this one is chambered for a 22 long rifle, but they make all different kinds. We're going to be doing a quick modification that'll make this little adapter here much easier and faster to reload in either semi or pump action shotguns. There are some other added benefits that I'll mention later on in the video, but for now, let's get right to it. The issue with these, among several, is that they're not really made to work in anything but break action shotguns. Now they will work, but it makes it much more complicated to reload and also less consistent. The shell extractor is obviously going to pull out the whole shotgun shell because of this lip and not just the bullet itself. And it makes it much more cumbersome to load, but it also hurts the accuracy as well because this is not going to be totally seated in the barrel, and it's also, every time that you rack the slide in and out, it may get seated slightly different, it might be twisted slightly. We're actually going to sand off the lip of the 20 gauge shotgun shell right here until the shell extractor can no longer grab the bullet. And yes, I am modifying a piece for a firearm while wearing my pajamas because that's just the kind of guy I am. Let's go ahead and give it a try, make sure it'll still chamber. Priming bar. Alright, it still grabbed it. So we need to take off a little bit more. So I realized I was an idiot, and there is a second shell ejector on the opposite side, so 180 degrees on the other side of the shell, so we need to grind down that side as well. Then I don't think we're going to have any more problems. Ta-da! No shell! It's a bit of a tight fit, but you should still be able to use your finger to pull out the shell. We've got a target back there we're going to be shooting at. It's about 100 feet away, so not super far, but these aren't rifled, so they're not super accurate either. I was going to come out earlier when I would have had more time and sunlight, but it was raining. I also wrapped the shell in a couple of layers of clear packing tape. That makes it a little bit more of a snug fit, so it's not actually going to jiggle around in the barrels. But I'm going to actually be able to hand load this now, so that's pretty cool. So now the cool thing, when we rack the slide back, it doesn't eject the shell. Sometimes they get stuck and they need a little bit of help. There we go, that one's getting a little looser, so we were actually able to pull this shell out with my fingers. See? Before we were having to rack the slide and every time eject the shell into our hand, then pull out the cement casing, then put the new one in, then put the shell back in. So we've essentially eliminated half the steps, and we'll go check and see if the accuracy looks like it's a little better either. I wasn't being that careful, but we might be able to see something. Pretty much none of them in the bullseye. This was the closest one. It was about, ½ inch off. And there's a number that are, fairly well centered, but definitely, drop as they're shooting because there's just no rifling to keep them stable for a long flight. Well, you're not going to be winning any accuracy or rate of fire championships with this modification, but that was never the point. By doing this modification, we could actually purchase and use the much longer rifled versions of these shells, which clearly would be much more accurate and consistent. If you were expecting something that was going to be shooting as fast as a semi-auto rifle or even a pump action shotgun, that's just really not possible with this product unless you want to go ahead and buy a whole bunch of a single caliber, which at $20 to $25 a piece is really not worth the investment in my opinion. But it is a cool product, and whether you just want to use it for plinking or a little bit of hunting or survival situations, I think those are some areas that this could really shine. If you liked or hated this video, please let me know in the thumbs or comments below. I do have another video of me tinkering with this thing where I actually make it shoot 22 caliber pellets. So I'll put that up here or here somewhere. It's kind of confusing. I do have 3 different project videos that I'm working on currently. One being a PVC Bow build for the Christmas/holiday season. Another one being a prop gun build from a popular video game. And number 3 being a functional Kylo Ren lightsaber, kind of in honor of the next Star Wars film coming out. No promises it will be finished on time. They are actually pretty hard to make. Until next time, I'm TheJunkernaut, and I'll see ya
in the next one.
Okay.